Welcome back, friends, to another practice with Living Peace Yoga. I am Sean. I'm going to bring you a nice, gentle flow this afternoon for today's practice because we're continuing our message with salty people that need honey. Now it's to be merciful to everyone. And that is a very hard lesson for me to learn. So I'm assuming that maybe it's a struggle for others too. So why don't you roll out your mat, get a little comfy, and we're gonna hop in and do some yoga. Friends, in Matthew 5:7, it says that God blesses those who are merciful, for they will be shown mercy. We will be wrapping our heads and our hearts around that in today's practice. So let's jump in. First, we're going to come to simple seated. So we're going to rock back onto those sits bones, elongate the spine. Hands at heart center, closing the eyes. We're going to soften through the face, soften through the shoulders, and we're going to come to the breath. The merciful breath that God has given us day in and day out. We truly have so many blessings to be thankful for. Of course, that's another class and another practice, but I thought I would throw that in there. So still breathing. Good. We're going to reach both arms out to the sides. Flip those palms over so that they are facing the heavens. Bring both hands up to the heavens. Good. And then back through, down to heart center. We're going to work through that a couple of more times. So hands extend out, reaching to both walls, to the sides of you. Turn those palms over. Bring those hands up to the top and back down through heart center. One more time. Hands out to the side. Flip those hands over, bring those palms up to meet, and then back down through heart center. Good. It's already starting to feel better already. Even just a couple of minutes on the mat helps me to feel peaceful and more grounded. We're going to extend both arms up overhead. Take the first finger and the thumb of the right hand, wrap it around the wrist of the left. Pull the left arm up just a bit, not enough. You don't want to pull your shoulder out of socket, but we do want to feel that nice stretch. And then we're just going to lean to the right side of the mat a little bit. Kind of extends that stretch down into the side body, into the hip, making it feel ever so yummy. Good, we're going to do the other side. So take the left first finger and thumb, grab that right arm by the wrist, extend the arm up. Awesome. And then reach over to the left side of the body. Good. And come back on up to center. Place those hands at heart center, or back down to center. We are going to need a block for today's practice. So if you have one handy, great. If you need to hop up and get one now, now would be a great time to do that as we are going to move forward in our practice. So close the eyes, bring your hands to the front of the knees. We're gonna pull the chest forward, extending the neck back just a bit, not hyperextending the neck, just feeling that stretch. We're gonna do a few seated cat-cows. So pulling that chest forward as we inhale, as we exhale, pressing those shoulder blades to the wall behind us, and then just flowing that through at your own breath pace. Inhaling at the top, exhaling with shoulders back behind. Good. Just warming up the spine here. Nothing too crazy. Just a little warm up here. Good, and back to center. Good. We're gonna grab our block. If you don't have a block, you can also use a pillow. Folding it in half is very helpful. Just anything to kind of bring that floor up to you. So we're gonna forward fold over both of our legs with our forehead landing on the block. Just that block to where it's comfortable. Go ahead and take the right hand and extend it over to the left side of the body. Take that left hand, cross it over the right hand to the right side of the body. Good, feel that nice stretch in the center of the back. Awesome. Right between those shoulder blades. We do carry a lot of our stress there, so helping to release that. Good. And now we're going to swap over and under. So if your right hand was under before, place it over the left hand. If it was over, place it under. And again, reaching both fingertips to opposite walls, feeling that stretch between the shoulder blades. We're going to stay here for just a couple of breaths. Good, and then coming back up. Keep that block handy. We might need it later in our practice. We're going to come up onto all fours. Good. We're going to extend the right leg back. We're going to take the left foot and we're going to extend it off of the mat to the left, and then placing the right leg down on the mat, left hand in the center of the mat, bringing that right hand up to the heavens. So in a modified side angle here. Good, and then we're going to bring that right hand up and over, extending towards the wall behind you, or the wall at the front of the mat. Then we're going to rainbow that hand up and over, reaching for that wall back behind, or at the foot of the mat. Good, bring that hand back up to center. We're going to bring it back down. We're going to do the same on the left side. So we're going to extend that left foot off the left side of the mat. We're going to extend that left leg out. We're going to place the left foot down on the mat, right hand in the center of the mat, extending that left arm up to the heavens, feeling that long line of energy from the tips of the left fingers down to the right fingers. Good, extend that right arm up and over, reaching towards that wall to the front of the mat, feeling that nice full body stretch all along that left side. Good, and then rainbow that arm back so that the left hand is pointed to the wall at the back of the mat. Good, and then bring it back up to center. And then we're gonna place that left hand back to the mat. In all fours, we're gonna curl those toes. We're gonna work our way into a downward facing dog. Good. This is our first hamstring stretch officially, so pedal out those legs or those feet if that's what your body needs to help warm up. Press those hips to the back of the mat. Look to the top. We're gonna walk, hop, skip, jump, however you'd like to get there. And we're gonna forward fold it out. Good, take a big deep breath. Arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold it out. Good, we're gonna extend those feet back to a plank pose, moving through our vinyasa flow. So coming down into that chaturanga push-up and up dog. Good. Curl those toes back to downward facing dog. Press those hips back. Good, look to the top of the mat. We're gonna walk, hop, skip, jump, forward, fold it out. Good, big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward, fold it out. Good, letting that top of the body really just hang over the lower half of the body. Inhale, halfway lift, elongating that spine. Exhale, forward, fold it out. As we inhale, we're gonna move through that vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, press those hips nice and back. Good. We're gonna extend that right leg back. We're gonna bring it on forward for a runner's lunge. Good. This is where your block might be helpful. Bringing that floor or the mat closer to you, or you can just place both sides of your hands on either side of that right foot. We're going to keep that left leg straight just for a moment longer, really just letting that left hip fall towards the mat, opening it up. Good. Place that left knee down, uncurl the left toes. Awesome. Place the left hand inside the right foot, and we're going to bring that right hand up to the heavens. One more time. Bringing it forward towards that wall in front of you. Rainbow that hand down. Opening up so that it's trying to touch that wall behind you. And then bring it back up to center. Bring that right hand down. We're going to do the same on the other side. So bring that left leg up. We're going to come out the same way we came in. So pulling that foot back to meet the left in downward facing dog. We're going to extend the left leg back into a three-legged dog. We're going to bring it on through. Runner's lunge. Again, we're just going to let our right hip stay nice and straight here, falling towards the mat. If you need to, feel free to bring that block into play if that is helpful for you to move the mat closer to your hands. Good. Lay that right knee down, uncurl the right toes. Place the right hand inside the left foot. Bring that left hand up to the heavens. We're gonna rock that left hand. I'm so sorry. I don't know my right from my left today, I guess. Left hand forward. Good. And then we're gonna rainbow it back so that we're nice and open through the chest, reaching those fingers back towards the wall behind you. Good. And then back up to center, and then back down on the other side of the left foot. Good. Bring that right foot up off the mat. We're going to come out the same way we came in, back into a downward facing dog. Good. Bring those knees down. Take them wide into a child's pose. As I was doing my devotion the other day, I was reading a devotion by Rick Warren called Be Merciful as One Who Has Been Shown Mercy. He too went through Matthew 5:7, which said, God blesses those who are merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Here's where the hard part comes in, friends. God doesn't want you to show mercy only to the people you like, or only to the people that it's easy to be merciful to. God wants you to be merciful to everyone. Because you need mercy to get into heaven. And Jesus says, if you refuse to forgive others, your Father will not forgive your sins. Matthew 6:15. So we'll continue on more with that in our practice. Good. Come on up to all fours. Curl those toes. Come back into a downward facing dog. We're going to extend that right leg back. We're going to bring it on through. Place the right shin behind the hands. Elongate that left leg back behind. Here too is where you could use your block. I'm going to use my block here for good measure. This here is a perfect pigeon pose, so no need to go deeper or further if you don't want to. However, if you're feeling brave today or wanting to move forward in your practice, then you can come down onto your forearms. But sometimes hanging out there gets a little burdensome or heavy, and so we're going to be here about a minute. And so go ahead and place your forehead on the block for a little resting station. Now, friends, this does not have to be a stationary pose, so it's actually good if you can rock those hips from side to side. This particular pose helps, especially those who suffer from sciatic pain. The sciatic nerve is a nerve that runs kind of in the middle of your back all the way down under your buttock and down through the back of the thigh. And there's a muscle, the piriformis muscle, that is kind of right in the buttock area that nerve runs through. And when that muscle gets tight, it creates tension on that nerve, which then creates the pain. So pigeon pose is one of the best poses to help alleviate that pain. I like rocking back and forth in pigeon because it helps open that up a little bit, and you get a little bit deeper of a stretch as you rock back and forth. This is good for especially if you work at a computer all day, or if you sit for your job, or you just sit a lot for something else. This is very good for that. Good. All right, we're going to move our block just forward a bit because we're going to need it on the other side. Come up onto both of those hands. We're going to curl the left toes, inchworm that left leg forward. We're going to come out the same way we came in. So pressing that right foot up into a three-legged dog. Tilt the right foot open to the left side of the body. Good. Opening up that right hip. Counter stretching that big stretch we just gave it. Good. And then place that foot back to meet the left. Press those hips back. Extend that left leg back. Bring it on through. Place the left shin just behind the hands, elongating that right foot back behind, uncurling the toes. Again, if you'd like to stay here, perfect. If you want to come down onto your forearms, that's awesome too. I am going to come down onto my forearms and utilize my block. We will be here for about a minute. It's not uncommon for you to be a little less flexible on one side or the other, especially if it's your non-dominant side. So this side does tend to be tighter for me, and that's okay. I just have to rock a little more on this side to help open that up and release that tension and that tightness that settles in. Good. And all the while we're holding the pose, but we're not holding that breath. Dropping those shoulders down. I'm rocking from side to side, helping to open those spaces. Pigeon. I love pigeon. I could stay in pigeon for a half an hour, and sometimes I will when I'm watching TV in the evening or something. It just feels so good, and it's such a yummy stretch. Good. Okay, we're going to move that block out of the way. We're going to come up onto those hands. We're going to curl the right toes, inchworm that right leg forward enough so that we can bring that left leg up into a three-legged dog. We're going to tilt that left foot open to the right side of the mat, opening up that left hip. Good. Place that foot down to meet the right. We're going to press back in our last downward facing dog. Good. And we're going to come down onto our knees, onto the bum. We're going to curl our toes around. Curl our feet around, I guess I should say. Toes up to the heavens. Take a big deep breath in. Arms up overhead. Exhale. We're going to forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Folding over both of those legs. Relax those shoulders. We're going to take in a small inhale. And we're going to fall deeper into that stretch as we exhale. Good. And we're going to slide our hands up our legs, coming back to a seated pose. We're going to scooch our bum towards our heels. We're going to rock back onto our backs. Good. We're going to grab those knees. We're going to pull them into the chest. We're going to rock from side to side, giving that low back a little massage. Feels so good. All right, we're going to extend that right leg out long, toes pointed towards the heavens. We're going to extend the left arm out to the left side of the body, and we're going to bring that left knee over to the right side of the mat. So feeling that nice spinal curvature really along the whole spine. So the upper spine, the middle spine, and the low spine. Trying to leave that left shoulder on the mat if you can. And we're going to try to extend our gaze to the left as well. Couple of breaths here. Good. Roll back to center. Bring both of those knees in. Good. Rock from side to side. Awesome. We're going to extend that left leg out, toes to the heavens. We're going to extend our right arm out to the side. We're going to bring that right leg over to the left side of the body. Extending that left arm out, right arm out, leaving that right shoulder on the mat. We're going to extend our gaze to the right side as well. And just relishing in the fact and being thankful that Jesus is always merciful, even when we are not. Good. Come back to center. Bring those knees in one more time for a knees to the chest. Rock those hips from side to side. Good. We're going to extend both arms out to the side. Place your legs in a 90-degree angle, both of them bent together. And then we're going to let both legs fall to the right side of the mat, leaving that left shoulder on the mat. We're going to extend our gaze to the left side of the body. Good. And then bring those knees back up to center. We're going to let those knees fall to the left side of the body. Extending our gaze to the right, leaving that right arm extended out. Right shoulder to the mat if you can. Good. And bring those knees up. And we're going to bring them into the body one more time. Good. Place those knees down. I'm going to scooch up a little bit so I'm completely on my mat. I'm going to extend those legs out long, tucking the shoulders down and under. Closing the eyes. Coming to a very slow breath. Nice exaggerated inhale and exhale. Letting all four limbs becoming heavy to the earth. God offers mercy to you and everyone else who calls on his name. If a perfect God can do that for a sinful world, then you can do it for the person who sins against you. Friends, stay in Shavasana today as long as you like, relishing in the mercy that has been granted to us. Stay in the presence of God, allowing him to embrace you. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you practicing with me today. If you like the content, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel so that more content can become available for you. I pray blessings on your week, and I'll see you on your mat next time.